Why I have to come back? Otherwise, I to be forgotten. Okay. This topic is very nice. Just like mentioned, right? Honestly, I'm not a user for this app, but this app is quite popular, including my wife and my son using it. So sometimes I just wonder what's good for this app, because the first is easy for beginner. No matter what language you study. So my wife studied Japanese, Japan, and my son learning the French, and they team up with some family members. So it's interesting because this app come up already become you can say it's a gamification 游戏化. So it always remind you don't be lazy, okay? And even when you again team up, they always become a kind of competition. So my wife always told me, wow, she was the last one in this group. So so learning sometimes you just need some motivation, including you need to be encouraged. So this is a very good tool to remind you have to go forward, to study forward. Otherwise, you lose the competition. So anyway, it's a very interesting tool. Talking about this, because last time I tried to share the vocabulary learning, how to memorize vocabulary. Yeah. Actually, I shared this before, but because we have so many new friends here, likely I just repeat again. Okay. So for me, not only for me, for many English learners, remember vocabulary is sometimes is a headache. Maybe how many words is enough for you to speak English, right? 1,000, 5,000, or 30,000. Difficult to say, hard to say. I mean, so but it's good for the learner if you learn as many as possible, because that is is a foundation for you to speak, right? So in past, I try to memorize some vocabulary with my own method. So I just like to share this. This is good for me. It's work for me even today. So I will prove how it work for me till today, because I learned this vocabulary more than 20 years. But today I still can remember some of them easily. Yeah. So okay. So we call it mnemonics. 记忆术啊, mnemonics. Okay. So even this word, how to remember this word is a question, because it's a very cold vocabulary. But I try to learn it with some, So for me, I have two things to memorize vocabulary. One, by the excellence, 谐音啊, the sound, 谐音. Another is come up the event, a picture in my brain. I just try to link this background with this vocabulary, so I can easily to access link together. Okay, I just show some example quickly. The first one, mnemonics 记忆术. Very simple. 你骂我 right? 你骂你渴死，你会渴死。mnemonics. Yeah. Okay. So just try to find out some way for your own. Yeah, because this is just your knowledge personally. Yeah. So this is just a first example, and some other example like this. Okay. For example, some very cool vocabulary like anathema. Few people know this vocabulary, right? Anathema. But if I say curse, jinx, you know the meaning. But in some paragraph, in some article, we still can see this word. That is a 诅咒, a curse. But anathema is another difficult word, the same meaning. How I remember it? Anathema, 算什么呢? You know what I mean? So it's kind of a way to remember this word. Some more words, yeah. Okay, like Gogi. Gogi. Okay. Gogi, what's a Gogi in English? I think this is not so popular, but if we remember one time, it's your vocabulary. Matter, because in the advertisement, always say, oh, you eat it, you will become more beautiful. When you're beautiful, you become happy, right?
Yeah.
So, matter, M-E-D-L-A-R. 你就会快乐嘛，美得乐嘛 ，matter. So for me, it's a link. Try to associate the meaning or essence, 谐音 together. Okay. Some more words. Okay. 当归，当归 ，Angelica. Angelica is A-N-G-L, angel, right? Angelica. Oh. It's so smells so good. Even the angel like it. Angelica. 天使喜欢它. Okay. For me, it's one time. It's already Angelica. Okay. Some more words. The fish, we say the mackerel. Mackerel. 青鱼. 青鱼. If you in a Japanese restaurant, the chin is very common. 青鱼, 一个青鱼. Yeah. A mackerel. Very easy to remember this because we won't say the cock. We just say okay. 青鱼 okay. Sorry. Mackerel 没有可乐. We don't say cock. We don't say cock here. We only say fish. So fish, color, mackerel. Okay. For me, one time this actually remember, right? Yes. Actually, this is already more than 20 years. I try to figure out the way for me, my personal. Yeah. Anyways, it's still good for me. And some code word like instruments, 乐器. Yeah. Last time, Claire, 那里扬琴. Okay. 琵琶. Let me tell you how to. What's the vocabulary? Okay. 扬琴. Okay. I try to remember this word. 洋装 right? 扬琴. 洋装要搭什么呢才好呢？扬琴嘛，洋装要搭什么呢？Okay, this vocabulary is 搭什么？搭什么？洋装要搭什么好呢？扬琴 ，OK， 扬。For me, it's a first because so many vocabulary normally is associated with prefix, suffix, even the root. 字首字根嘛，哈 ，something like this. But all of this scope, you still can find out some way for your personal vocabulary. Okay, just two more examples here. Other is like a geography wise. Okay, for example, what's the height of the 喜马拉雅山 ？What's the height? 喜马拉雅圣母峰
8,000 nearly 8,000
8,000 more, right?
Yeah.
Pretty easy. If I tell a story, 阿里巴巴 story, 阿里巴巴大道嘛，阿里巴巴48大道 ，Don't correct me, okay? Actually, just 40, okay? But I say 阿里巴巴48. So 8848, that's the height of 圣母峰。8848，阿里巴巴40大道 I say 40 okay. Because last time Phoebe and a cat correct me. Okay, it's not the 48 robbers. It's only 40. But I say it's okay for me. I just say 阿里巴巴48大道 is the height. Another height of the 玉山. How many? What's the height? Again?
3997，将近4000啊，3997。
Okay, let me tell you a story. You can remember it always in your life. Okay? If you still remember the 孟子孟母, why the 孟母3000, right? Because for her son, right?
Yeah.
So 3000嘛，好，3000是为了救我的儿子3952。
52哦，52。
孟母3000是为了救我的儿子。3952 ，That's height of 玉山 ，You can check.
Every year. a little bit.
I know, but basically, yeah, maybe. So anyway, this is just provide a reference for. I don't know, maybe it's a word for me, but maybe not for other. But it's kind of the learning way. Something like the app, like a dual language, is good for beginner because it's a vocabulary learning and a very simple sentence. Also, it's kind of a game because I already give you some reward, some tricks, and to remind you maybe you are behind the schedule or something like that. So similar way. So like but anyway, like Teddy, I remember he sent so many articles regarding the language learning. I think one thing is very important is practice and repetition. Because if you remember so many vocabulary in your brain, you headache.
Yeah.
So maybe next time I will share another way how I summarize how to manage my notebook 笔记啊. I need another maybe 20 minutes to share that part. Yeah, in the future. Yeah. So that's a personal way because people. But when we learn the English or whatever the language, you need that lot of vocabulary. But how do you make it as their a base and you can access easily, even you don't remember it. But if you find if you have a very good manage in your notebook, you can easily access. So because I don't like to remember so many things, that's too headache. So I try to use it and manage into my notebook. Maybe next time I will share this part. That's my sharing today.